It's time now for a sweet treat that's delicious and easy to make. Suzanne Clark from livingacreativelife.net is here with more. What are we making?
We are going to make a berry cream cheese coffee cake.
Oh my gosh, this looks so good. And you said this has a bit of personal history for you.
You know, when I was a kid, I loved coffee cake, and my mother never bought anything. She always made all of our baked goods herself, except for coffee cake. And she'd go out and buy this, and it was such a special treat when we were kids. So I decided I'm going to figure out how to make it. But every recipe I saw was so involved. You had to make cream cheese filling and make the berry filling and then, the crumb topping, and it was just too much work.
So now you figured out a way to make it easier for you out there.
Yes, I did all the hard work for everybody.
All right, so where are we starting?
Well, first we're going to start with our butter. We're using a half a stick of challenge butter.
And we're just going to throw it in the
right
mixer?
into a mixer.
Okay.
And then we're going to add our sugar. That's a cup of granulated sugar.
And we have this recipe, of course. You have it posted online, livingacreativelife.net.
Yep. And then that's a half a cup of buttermilk. And Dusty, if you want to make this recipe and you say, oh, I don't have any buttermilk, all you have to do is add a tablespoon of lemon juice to some regular milk.
Really?
And let it sit for like 15 minutes, and voila.
Wow.
You have your own homemade buttermilk.
Great tip. An egg.
Mm-hmm. 1 egg. And then we want to add a little flavor here, so we're going to add some lemon zest.
How much did you put in here?
That's a good tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half. But the zest has all the flavor, and it really kicks up all the berry flavors.
And then what do you have here?
Well, we're going to add that in a minute. You can go ahead and add that right into the flour.
Okay.
And that is a half a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
Now we're going to go ahead and turn on our mixer and kind of cream up our ingredients.
Okay.
Okay, and as soon as that butter gets incorporated with the egg, maybe turn a little higher. There we go. Okay, and then go ahead and ease up on the speed a little bit. And we are going to add the flour and that baking soda.
You're just going to pour it in?
Baking powder and the salt. We're just going to add it here.
And why are you waiting to do that?
Well, if you don't do that, then it does not get incorporated. Typically with any cookie or cake recipe, you're going to do all of your wet ingredients, and then you're going to add your dry ingredients.
Okay, so this looks pretty well mixed.
Yeah, it's really quick and easy.
Okay.
So now we are going to work on our berries. Now I'm going to take 2/3 a cup of blueberries, and I have 2 tablespoons of flour. And I want to coat my berries, and this kind of helps keep all the juice intact, and so it doesn't bleed into the cake. And I'm also going to add cream cheese. Now the tip with this is you want to put the cream cheese in the freezer and then cut it into little cubes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to toss that again with the flour to kind of coat it, and that's going to also kind of help.
And why did you decide to put that in the why is it important to have it like little cubes? Just because it spreads around easy?
Well, because otherwise I don't want to make the whole cream cheese filling and all that. And I found out by doing this, when you bite into the coffee cake, you get that little burst of creaminess.
Nice.
And it's so good. It works really great with the raspberries. So next we're just going to add this right here, now that we tossed it, and gently fold it into that cake mix.
So you're going to do that yourself?
Yeah.
Of course.
We're just going to go like this. And I have an 8-inch springform pan. And see, I'm just going to really easily toss this. This does not have to be super mixed at this point, because we don't want to break up the berries and the cream cheese.
All right. So then we're going to throw it in.
We're just going to put this in. And then we're going to start working on a crumb topping. And this to me is, I don't know, it's kind of the best part. It gives it a nice coating on top.
Okay.
And right here we have 4 tablespoons of flour, and we have 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna get that last piece out, and 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. That's it.
And then you're just going to mix that around.
We're going to mix that around.
And then why we do that, are we baking this? Are we putting the crumb topping after we're done?
We are going to put it on right now. This is just all one step, quick and easy. Get it in the oven, and we are going to have a delicious little treat for everybody.
All right, great. So this is, once we do that, we're going to have the final result right here.
It just goes into a 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes. And what's really nice about this Destry is that you can actually put this in a freezer and just have it, if you have friends drop by.
For breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast.
I love it.
For a snack, whatever you'd like to do.
Find the recipe on livingacreativelife.net.